Hi, this is Deborah from dingofoot.com, and this week I'm going to show you how to make an Easter card using Tim Holtz Alterations texture fades, and this is the wood grain one, if you can see it here. It comes in a package with the bricked wall one, so we're going to use that. And these are nice because they have such a deep texture to them, way more than you get from most embossing folders, so they're really fun to ink up. So we're going to use that. I have a white card, and this is a long card. It's about 8 inches long and probably 3.5 inches wide, so this will fit in a business-sized envelope if you're sending it in the mail. I have another piece of white cardstock, and this is the piece I'm going to emboss. I also have peel-offs from hot off the press. These are the gold crosses, and I'm going to be using this large one right here. I also have a little stamp that says Happy Easter. I have a piece of brown ribbon, and I'm going to be using Ranger Distress ink. I have old paper, brushed corduroy, and peeled paint, and of course I have my little foam ink applicator tool. So with those things, we're going to go ahead and grab our embossing roller machine and get started. Okay, I have my Zippy Mate. All I need to do is grab my embossing folder, and if you have a long piece you want to emboss, Tim Holtz, he always takes this craft knife and just cuts through here. Don't cut the ends off, but he just makes it long enough so he can slip his paper through. I don't need to do that this time. I'm simply going to put my piece of paper right in here. I kind of like the knot in the wood, so I want to make sure that that gets on my paper. So all I do is just put it in my machine, put my embossing mat on top, and these will work in any embossing machine that you have. So just go ahead and run that through. Whoops. Okay, and I just want to show you the texture on here. If you can see it, it's just so nice and deep. You see that? Isn't that beautiful? Has such a nice raised surface, it makes it extra easy to ink. I'm going to get my tools out of the way here, and I'm going to grab my ink. So next, I want to use old paper ink, and I'm going to simply dip my foam tool in there really good. This is a ink blending tool. Just make sure I got that really inked up. I'm going to go over the whole piece of paper with this. Okay, so this is the old paper. Just going to rub that in really good all over my paper. And next, I'm going to take my brushed corduroy, and instead of using the tool this time, I'm just going to take my ink pad and just rub it right over the paper. You can really see that wood grain come through. And if you feel like you need to blend it a little bit, go ahead. I got some streaks in there, so I'm going to blend them out a little bit because I don't want the edges of the ink pad showing in there. So this is really easy to work with. If you make marks you don't like, just go ahead and blend them out. I'm just going to take this and go over one more time. Make sure I'm picking up all the pattern on my paper. And next I'm going to grab just a little bit of peeled paint. Just want a little teensy smidge of this, and just rub a little bit in wherever you like. There we go. Isn't that just so pretty? I just love the wood grain. I think that's one of my favorite patterns. So I have that done, and now we can go ahead and start making our card. Next we take our little brown piece of ribbon here, and we're just going to simply tie it around the top of this card. And we can take a little bit of adhesive to hold it in place if you want. So I'm just going to tie a little knot right here. See if I can get it tied there. Okay, so I'm going to just get my adhesive runner and just make a little bit of adhesive there for my ribbon to stick down because I don't want it to move around once I get it lined up with the top of my piece of paper there. Okay, might do a little for the knot there too. Oops. Okay, just turn it over and put some on the back too. That way, nothing will be moving around on me. So that, you see it kind of slipped off the top. Okay, so as long as we get our ribbon attached right where we want it, see, I'll slip that over the top again. There we go. Just line it up with the top. And now this whole piece is going to go right on the front of our card. So just use any adhesive that you like to use. Okay. My paper's just still a little bit damp from the ink. I could have waited a little longer for it to dry, but I think it'll be alright. We're going to go ahead and just put that right on the front of the card here. Line it right up with the edges. And there we go. So this takes up about the first half of the card. And to finish it off, it's just so simple. I'm going to grab this cross that I was telling you about. I think, hopefully it still fits. So I didn't really measure beforehand. I think it will. So I'm just going to pull this off. These stickers are so nice because it just makes such a beautiful addition to your card, and they're so easy to use. Just peel them off and stick them right on your project. Here we go. See how nice that looks? It's so shiny. And I'm going to take my brushed corduroy again, and I have this teensy little stamp that says Happy Easter, so I'm just going to ink that. Stamp it right on my card right here. And there we go. Really simple Easter card, and this will fit in a business-sized envelope, so it's really easy to send in the mail also. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this card, and I hope you get a chance to try it.